What on earth is a Decentralized Autonomous Organization, also referred to as DAO, and why should you care? Here's a very quick explanation. Whereas an NFT, which we discussed in the previous video, is a contract attached to a financial asset, a DAO is an organization that functions like a business entity. To understand how this works, I'll give you an overview of this topic in this video. There's not much information out there about DAOs, so this is very much a starter video on this subject, but at least you will get an understanding of what it's all about. Let's dive in. A DAO is a Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Decentralized means it runs on a decentralized infrastructure and it's not organized hierarchically around executives and shareholders. It is autonomous. Its rules are self-enforced. No one can stop it nor change it from the outside. It's an organization in that it is a social group that brings people together who work towards a common purpose. In addition, it's an entity that lives on the internet and exists autonomously, but also heavily relies on hiring individuals to perform certain tasks that the automation cannot do itself. And the simplest form of a DAO is an internet community with a shared bank account and ownership. Here's a practical example. Imagine you live on a street and you have to maintain the grassy sidewalk in front of your house. Now, every homeowner in your street has to do that as well. Obviously, you could all invest in a lawnmower to cut the grass just in front of your house, even if you don't have any other lawn on your property. You could, of course, also contract someone to clean up your small section on the sidewalk. Here's where a DAO would be super helpful. What if all homeowners got together and contracted one person to cut the grass on the sidewalk for the whole street? Instead of one person then collecting all the money and having to set up a bank account and be the person everyone has to trust with their money, they can set up a DAO on the blockchain instead. Everyone in the street can contribute their portion of the funds to hire the contractor, and everyone can see who has paid and who hasn't. A contractor can then pick up the job to cut the grass for the whole street, and if, say, 3 owners are happy with the service, they can release the funds to the contractor. There's no need to trust a single person. There's total transparency, and the approval process is pre-programmed in. In this case, you needed 3 owners to release the funds. This is a future example of how DAOs could work. First, we need to understand the token economy. We all know about our current economy, which is based on the exchange of money. How does that differ from the token economy? A token economy is actually not a new concept. So let's look at a few historical examples. For instance, you've got vouchers, gift cards, bonus points in loyalty programs, stock certificates, bonds, dinner reservations, ID cards, club memberships, train or airline tickets. These are all tokens. We have been using tokens for a long time. Each of the token that I'm named has a very specific function, and one token cannot be used in place of another. A train ticket cannot be used as a stock certificate, even if it has the same monetary value. Cryptographic tokens can be programmed to define a bundle of conditional rights that are assigned to the token holder, similar to the different functions of the historic token. Token contracts are a specific type of smart contract. They can also incentivize an autonomous group of people to individually contribute to a collective goal, like earning a salary. And token can represent anything from a store of value to a set of permissions in the physical, digital, and legal world. Tokens form the basis of the digital autonomous organization and are used as the trading currency within that organization. How did this all start? So the DAO, as it's named, was the first DAO that claimed itself as such. It was created in 2016 to finance projects contributing to the development of the Ethereum network. The DAO was an investment fund, and decisions were directly made by the investors instead of being delegated to specialized managers. Let's look at a few characteristics of a DAO. DAOs are built on top of level 1 blockchains such as Ethereum, Solana, Cardano. Bitcoin cannot be used as you're not able to add contractual conditions to a transaction on the Bitcoin blockchain. DAOs are free to contract and trade permissionless with any person or organization on the level 1 blockchain. Being unconstrained by regulations, DAOs can access labor anywhere in the world. Most DAOs opt for a simple structure where any member can propose an idea and every member can vote democratically on every decision. Although every decision could in theory be decided on-chain with the DAO software, the reality of organizations is that most decisions are made during informal conversations between colleagues on forums like Discord. As you can see, DAOs are very loosely structured organizations which also have a financial structure which is used to bring in funds and investments and is used to pay for services. Here's the DAO Landscape put together by Cooper Trooper a number of years ago. This will have changed, but the concept is the same. You have the operating system DAOs where you can set up your DAO, which I'll explain next. You also have multiple DAOs that have very specific purposes. For instance, the media DAOs are great to follow to understand what's happening in this crypto space. One of them is Bankless DAO, which was founded by David Hoffman and Ryan Sean Adams in 2021, and it's still going really strong. If you like this video, hit the like button. It will help others just like you find this video. To explain how the DAO operating systems work, I'll use the Aragon operating system. The Aragon network is a DAO operating system that supports the creation of hundreds of DAOs by delivering a platform for running DAOs. This is like a website where you can have multiple sub-websites. Aragon also provides applications such as tokenized budget management, voting, fundraising, and it offers a decentralized jurisdiction or Aragon court for resolving conflicts between DAO members. Let's look at the difference between a DAO and a company. So DAOs have a loose structure, whilst companies obviously have a very tight structure. DAOs are grassroots, companies hierarchical. DAOs are very transparent, companies usually not so. DAOs are open to all, whilst companies are invite only. And this is, if you want to work for a DAO, you just can go there and pick up a task. Whilst with a company, obviously you need an employment contract. DAOs are fully global, companies not always. There are popular tools and applications used by DAOs. For instance, CollabLand, which is a token-based community management system. Coordinape, which is an allocation system for distributing funds to contributors. Discourse, which is an open source forum platform. Gitbook, which is a documentation platform. Snapshot, which is a decentralized voting system. SourceCred is an open source resource for tracking community contributions. And Tally is a cross-protocol governance dashboard. Here are some DAO challenges. Decentralized decision-making is hard. It is difficult to get everyone to agree with you. It is difficult to accurately measure contributions in most types of work. And decentralization means a lot of different things to a lot of people and often gets abused. DAOs are still in their infancy, and there are lots of lessons learned emerging in the space. I think initially they will be instrumental in non-profit and charity organizations where transparency is really key. With a DAO on a public blockchain, all decisions and financial transactions are transparent for all to see. This will provide confidence that funds raised actually go to the intended recipients or causes. Whereas a company requires you to become an employee to work there, in a DAO, any person the world over can pick up a task from the DAO's task list and get compensated. This will change how we work in the future. It is fair, location independent, and you decide to pick up work rather than let others decide whether you're allowed to work in the DAO or not. I can't wait for this to happen. This is the end of the video on the DAOs and the last video in this series. My aim was to give you enough information for you to confidently participate in the crypto conversation. I want to emphasize this channel is not about crypto, but rather about me sharing my knowledge and experiences. If that's of interest to you, hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to sharing other topics with you.